What's going on, everyone? Wanted to talk about a topic that is kind of drives me crazy a little bit because I can relate. I feel like this sometimes too, but this also plays into the excuses that I hear from doctors that reach out to us that are exploring putting functional movement into their practice, doing something different, doing a home mobility kit, and then they all fall back to the same excuse. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the lack of people having one of these things. So what is this? It's a little booklet, and I got in a habit a long time ago of doing this. I don't do it every day, but the days I do this, it helps tremendously. I am more productive. I get more stuff done. What is it? I got my stuff right now on Friday. Got my list of things. I'm not going to share my list necessarily, but I have to talk to our landlord. I have to talk with David, our exercise therapist, on what projects he's doing. I have to meet with a possible new hire. I have to do a Facebook Live right now. I have to do a podcast, repurpose some stuff. I have to reply to some doctors that have reached out to us on our text platform. And I have to update our CRM, our customer relation management. Those are just a few things to do today. And then I have bigger projects to follow up on as well that I assign throughout the week. What am I talking about? Why am I sharing this? I'm talking about time management and the ability to succeed by being able to manage and juggle, if you want to use that word, juggle a couple of things simultaneously instead of just being forced to shut down and curl up in a little ball and using the same excuses. Yes, I'm going to use the word excuses. I've been there before, but I'm going to just tell it to you like it is. They're excuses when you say, I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm really busy. I'm juggling a lot of things. It's not a good time. It's crazy. It's so busy. It's so this. Here's the question. Are you where you want to be from a busyness standpoint of like patient visits and financially in the clinic and all the, dreams and aspirations and things that you're trying to achieve? Are you where you want to be? Maybe you are. If you are, great, awesome. Then keep doing what you're doing. But, and there's another piece in there too, from a clinical standpoint, from a results delivering standpoint to your patients, are you where you want to be? If you are not, then listen up. This message is for you. You need to just take a little freaking risk. You need to go outside your comfort zone a little bit. You need to stop making excuses, and you need to understand that it's never a good time. You're always busy. You always got a ton on your plate. And the difference between someone who's successful and really does it versus someone who doesn't reach their goals and aspirations and that level of success that they want is the person who is successful learned how to get stuff done on a quicker timeline. Okay? You only have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, right? So he or she who executes the quickest wins. So what does that mean? You have bills every single month come and due. You got to pay rent, you got to pay your employees, payroll, all that sort of thing. But the more you can do and the more you can bring in, the more you win. Okay, you win. You bring more in than what you're putting out as far as all your bills and expenses. And the common thread that I see is that as human beings, as entrepreneurs, as doctors, as whatever we are, whatever you want to call it, however you want to identify, what we do so predictably is we default to putting our tail between the legs, cuddling in the corner, rocking ourselves to sleep and saying, I want to stay within my comfort zone. I got a lot going on. You always have a lot going on. Now, I get it. Sometimes there's things that are exceptional that are outside our control. You have a bad injury, it sets you back. You have, a health issue with a family member. I get it. All your staff quits at once. Okay, I got it. But besides those types of things, about 90% of the time, the stuff that you have on your plate, you can manage, you can do, but it's outside of your comfort zone. It's outside of what you feel adequate handling, because you have to lift a finger or you have to do something above and beyond and in addition to what you're doing already, and you just don't want to go there. So you default to the same old crap over and over and over again. And if I sound a little frustrated with this, I'm frustrated for you because I made these excuses myself for several years before I broke through that and realized I could get a lot more done if I actually just managed my time properly and actually just did it. And then you look back and you have a much bigger sense of accomplishment. So I'm frustrated because we have all these doctors that reach out to us, and I see the differences between those that execute and take action and reach that level of success, and then the ones that keep making the excuses, whether they're good or bad excuses. They keep making excuses. They sit on the fence. They say it's not a good month, it's not a good year, we have COVID, we have this, we have this. They're all freaking excuses. There's all ways to work around this. We are super busy in our clinic. We are thriving out here. Are you going to say it's because we're in Idaho? It's because it's a different state, because it's a Republican state versus Democratic, you know? Is it because we're in a small city, big city? Whatever you want to say, okay? We're doing well right now. We're busier than ever. Why are we busy? Well, we have a model in place that's really great. We have a great clinical model. Patients want it. Yeah, things dip down with COVID. They're back up again, and they're super, super busy, and it's awesome. It's great being busy. Why are they so busy? Because we have great systems. We have a great model. We have great systems. We get excellent results, and I'm busier than I want to be honest. So when other doctors are reaching out to us, looking at Move Now University and the home mobility kit and the different programs that we have to offer, and then they're hoeing and humming and saying, well, I'm just going to wait, or, you know, I just want something that just works on its own with zero effort. It doesn't exist, okay? But then those that just go, wow, the systems are there, it's orderly, it's proven, it's got the clinical aspect, it's got the communication aspect, it's got the systems, again, forms and protocols and step-by-step. They see the beauty in that because they've lived long enough in practice to understand how crucial those pieces are to make something successful, mostly the systems. So they see the systems and they say, that's going to save me so much time and energy and heartache, and they jump on board immediately and they execute and they follow our step-by-step implementation process, which takes 12 weeks. And then they get super excited because they start to see the success and the results and the transformation of the thing that was missing in their practice. That's one doctor. That's one type of doctor. I wish I could say that was the majority of our profession, but it's not. It's also not the majority of humanity, but I'd like to think that chiropractors, people that gravitate towards chiropractic, are more entrepreneurial. They're more just successful creatures as a whole. It's not totally true, but I'm doing my best at doing my part to incite, to light the fire under those people, to kick them in the butt and say, look, follow what we're telling you to do, you'll reach success. There's no magic potion or pill for this. However, we have all the systems and all the heavy lifting and hard work done for you. You just follow the system. If you want to do better with your patient, you want to have better clinical outcomes, you want to have better systems, you want to engage your patients better, you know you have things missing in your practice. If you want to be a lazy ass doctor and just sit there and just be mediocre and be okay with how you practice, fine, okay? We're not the right thing for you and you're not the right doctor for us. Let's figure that out pretty quick. But I'm not talking about that type of doctor. I'm talking about the rest of you that are great clinicians, that have a drive, that have a passion, but you let the excuses get in your way. It's never going to be a totally convenient time. Pull the trigger, just jump over the edge, get going, start doing it, and follow the process. Follow the process, pencil it into your schedule, manage your time, start saying no to stuff that isn't important, start saying yes to stuff that is hugely important, which putting systems like this in your practice would be hugely important if you're on the fence with, do I want to go forward and put a little effort and work into making this thing take flight. The stuff that's not important, say no to, okay? If there's some little extra modality to add into your clinic right now, say no for now. Okay, if it's a laser you want to put on the feet for diabetic neuropathy or something and you got to learn it, just say no for now. That's not a top priority. That is a little piece of what you can do. We're talking about the infrastructure, the systems, segment, posture, movement, teaching patients that you have a well-rounded approach, having the clinical expertise, having a department in your clinic, having a staff or two trained up to be able to render services to a patient while you work on a patient as a chiropractor and manage their case and you actually have multiple things going on at once in your clinic. And it's exciting and it's fun because it's not that old broken system of chiropractic of the chiropractor renders everything, no one else does anything else, and we lie to ourselves and our patients saying that the adjustment is going to fix everything and that's the only thing that we should be doing for a patient. And we'll roll the dice to say maybe they'll learn some of these other important things about, exercise or movement or spinal hygiene or, other important chiropractic pieces, diet, of course. Maybe we'll just roll the dice and pretend they're going to learn that somewhere else. They're going to follow some other guru on YouTube or go to a physical therapist or whatever. And then what happens, 10 out of 10 times, they learn about some foam rolling technique from the guy on YouTube. They learn about some other little tip or trick somewhere else. They now forget about chiropractic. They forget about you. They think that person is the best thing since sliced bread because you should have been the one to introduce that to them and give that to them, but you didn't because you were too busy. You didn't have enough time. You had too much on your plate. It was too overwhelming. Whatever. Anyway, I wanted to make a little video just to express some of my frustrations for the doctors that we talk with that I know will kill it and do so well for their practice, their community, their sanity. They will achieve the things that they've been wanting to achieve for so many years but never had the way or the will to do it. We're here to push you. We're here to give you a little nudge, and we're here to support you. So just like we do with our patients, just like you should do with your patients, every patient that walks through your door is not necessarily a fit for your practice. Every chiropractor out there is not a fit for our program to work with us. I don't want to work with every chiropractor. There's a lot of chiropractors out there probably aren't going to resonate with this so much. That's fine, okay? It's just as important for me to identify that and push them away and say, keep doing what you're doing, that's fine. Don't come over into the space. But there's a lot of other chiropractors that we've been in communication with, that we've reached out to, that we've talked with, and I just see the same trends over and over and over again. It's the inability to manage your time, write lists, check off the list, cross them out as you go, map out your list the night before, map your list out on Sunday when you're nice and relaxed for the week. Here's what I want to accomplish for the week. Here's what I want to accomplish for the month. And how do you drop those things in? And you start crossing them out as you go. And the stuff you don't finish on Monday or Tuesday, you carry over into your schedule on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And you keep a running list. And you're okay with the fact that you will never necessarily be 100% caught up if you're going to be at that level of success. You always have more out there that you can accomplish than what you have accomplished. You always have things that you can strive for. The days of feeling like, okay, I'm done with everything, everything's done, I got nothing to do now, those days were over once you said you were going to be an entrepreneur, okay? So anyway, I hope that this resonates with some of you out there. I hope this sparks something and you go, oh, that video I saw you watch when you're sitting in your garage and you seemed a little riled up, it pushed me a little bit. It pushed me to take more action than I was willing to do. Thank you for that. I'm hoping that that's what this does, because that's where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of just letting you know, I've been there before. I've made those same excuses myself. I've been frustrated that I hadn't taken action and just lay there in bed at night going, man, I know I can do better. I know I can do better for my patients. I know I'm obligated to do better. I know I need to reach a higher level of excellence. And until I started figuring out systems, writing stuff down and actually taking a little bit more risk and just running with this thing, full speed ahead, until I started doing that, I didn't reach the level of satisfaction that I have now. I feel like success is that level of satisfaction. Success is not actually getting to a point and then saying, okay, cool, I'm there, I'm done. You always want to set that goal a little bit higher. You're never going to get to that goal completely. True entrepreneurial, motivated, success-driven person should always feel like there's something else to achieve. There's something else to get to. So anyway, do not accept mediocrity. Do not settle where you're at. Start saying yes to the stuff that's most important. Start saying no to the stuff that can wait. I hope this resonates with you. Reach out to us if you have any questions. If you haven't watched our demo yet, go to demo.movenowyou.com. There's a little link on there for a frequently asked questions video page too, where we talk about the most common things that we've seen doctors ask us when they're looking to add functional movement, functional rehab into their practice. We cover this in detail. we'll jump on a Zoom meeting, on a call with you afterwards. We'll talk through. We'll figure out pretty quickly if this is going to be the right thing for you and if you're going to be the right kind of doctor to work with us. So let me know what you think. Look forward to hearing from you. We'll talk soon.